Every product person knows the concept of MVP, minimum viable product. And that's where you get this term MVL.
So MVL, yes, it gives you a framework, a way of thinking about it, where instead of trying to localize everything, and especially instead of trying to localize everything from the beginning, which is really hard to do, you identify the most important content that needs to be translated first to attract and serve the new customers effectively. And that will change depending on, who you are, what your service or product is, what type of team and resources you have, what is the business strategy, what are your stakeholders expecting. All of these factors factor in, obviously. And then you can move to, phase 2, phase 3, etc., and you continue. Very, very often what happens is that when a company is not international and decides to go international, they just start throwing spaghetti at the wall, as I like to say. They're like, we'll translate everything. Let's just translate. And it's like...
Because it's cheap and it's free. We can use machine translation.
Yeah, it's free. You use machine translation, you use the AI. Yeah. Then you're like, oh, wait, we need an infrastructure for that. Maybe we need some tools. And that's where the friction begins, right? You start like, oh, okay, there's actually a cost, but it's an infrastructure cost. So it's still okay. If you're doing machine translation, it still has a cost. It's not as expensive as having,
and like you say, you need infrastructure, you need guardrails around it.
Yeah, you need guardrails, and then you need maybe people that are managing that.
And you need to screw up a few times and embarrass yourselves before you realize that you need people. Usually, right? Yeah, we know it. It's the life cycle of the new localization program.